The December snow fell softly over Chicago, covering the city in a blanket of white that made everything look peaceful. But for those without shelter, winter was not peaceful, it was dangerous. Dr. Alexander Hayes walked through Millennium Park with his 7-year-old daughter Ruby, both bundled in expensive winter coats. At 38, Alexander had built Hayes Medical Technologies from nothing into a company worth $300 million. He manufactured advanced prosthetic limbs that had changed thousands of lives. "Daddy, can we go see the ice sculptures?" Ruby asked, her brown eyes bright with excitement. "Of course, princess. Let's." Alexander stopped mid-sentence. On a bench near the fountain sat a woman, not sitting properly, but curled into a tight ball, shivering despite wearing multiple threadbare jackets. Her auburn hair was matted, her face hidden, but her whole body trembled from the cold. "Daddy," Ruby whispered, tugging his hand. "Why is that lady sleeping outside? It's freezing." Alexander felt his heart clench. He'd donated millions to homeless charities, but this was different. This was immediate, personal, with his daughter watching to see what he would do. "She might not have a home, sweetheart," he said quietly. "That's so sad. We have to help her, Daddy. We have extra rooms at home." Alexander smiled at his daughter's pure heart. "Wait here with Marcus." He gestured to his bodyguard. Approaching slowly, Alexander knelt near the bench. "Excuse me, miss? Are you all right?" The woman's head jerked up, revealing striking hazel eyes filled with fear and defiance. She was young, maybe early 30s, and even beneath the dirt and exhaustion, there was intelligence in those eyes. "I'm not bothering anyone," she said hoarsely. "I'll leave." "No, please. I'm Alexander Hayes. That's my daughter Ruby. We're worried about you. When did you last eat?" The woman's jaw tightened. "I don't need pity." "It's not pity. My daughter wants to help, and honestly, I'd like to teach her that caring means action, not just words. There's a restaurant across the street. Please, let me buy you a warm meal." The woman, later she'd tell him her name was Catherine, looked ready to refuse. Then her stomach growled loudly. Pride battled with necessity. "Just food," she finally said. "Then I go. Just food." Alexander agreed. If the story touched your heart, please don't forget to like the video. Your comment means more than you think. It inspires me to keep creating stories that heal, teach, and move people. At the restaurant, Ruby insisted on sitting with them. "I'm Ruby Hayes. I'm 7 and 2 months. What's your name?" "Catherine. Most people call me Cat." "That's pretty. Why were you sleeping outside, Miss Cat?" "Ruby," Alexander interjected gently, "those are personal questions." "It's okay," Catherine said softly, looking at Ruby. "I don't have a home right now. Sometimes grown-ups go through hard times. I lost my job and my apartment." "Then you should stay with us," Ruby declared. "We have a huge house with empty rooms." "Right, Daddy?" Alexander's breath caught. He couldn't just invite a stranger home, could he? But looking at Catherine, really looking, he saw more than homelessness. He saw exhaustion that went bone deep, fear hidden behind pride, and something else. A person who'd once been more than this. "When did you last shower? Sleep in a safe place?" he asked directly. Catherine's eyes filled with tears. 6 weeks. Since I was evicted. I've been in shelters when there's space, but they're always full." "Or," Alexander said, making a decision that would change everything, "you could come home with us, just for tonight. Hot shower, real bed, warm meal. Tomorrow we figure out resources. shelters, whatever you need. Why would you do this? You don't know me. Are you dangerous? No. I was a surgical nurse. I had a good life. Then my brother got cancer. Medical bills destroyed my savings. I missed rent. She wiped her eyes. But I'm not Charity. You're not Charity. You're someone who needs help, and I'm someone who can help. Will you accept? Just for tonight. Catherine looked at Ruby's hopeful face, at Alexander's sincere eyes, and felt her resistance crumble. Just tonight. The Hayes mansion in Lincoln Park was stunning, elegant, but warm. High ceilings, modern art, but also Ruby's drawings on the refrigerator and toys scattered about. Maria, this is Catherine Ashford, Alexander told his housekeeper, a kind Mexican woman in her 50s. She'll stay in the East Guest Suite tonight. Of course, Mr. Hayes. Miss Ashford, would you like to shower? I'll prepare the room and find suitable clothes. After the longest, hottest shower of her life, Catherine found soft pajamas, a robe, and toiletries laid out. She almost cried at the simple comfort. Dinner was casual. Spaghetti because Ruby had requested it. Nothing fancy, but to Catherine it was a feast. Miss Cat, do you like medicine? Ruby asked. Daddy makes robot arms and legs for people. What did you do? I was a surgical nurse. I helped doctors during operations. That's so cool. Did you save lives? I helped save lives, yes. After dinner, while Ruby watched a movie, Alexander invited Catherine to his study. I need to be honest, he said. I ran a background check. I have a child to protect. Catherine's stomach dropped. And Catherine Marie Ashford, 32, from Portland, nursing degree from Northwestern, worked at Chicago Memorial Hospital for 8 years, promoted to lead surgical nurse. Excellent record. No criminal history. Younger brother Benjamin diagnosed with leukemia. 2 years ago. Medical debt of $63,000. Evicted 5 months ago. He looked up. Everything you told me was true. You sound surprised. Relieved. Kat, I want to help beyond tonight. I need a medical consultant for my company. My team is all engineers, brilliant with mechanics, but they don't understand the medical side deeply enough. You have the experience I need. You're offering me a job? After 3 hours. I'm offering an interview, but the guest suite is yours while you get back on your feet. Consider it paying forward. Someone helped me once. Before Catherine could respond, small footsteps pounded down the stairs. Ruby appeared, looking distressed. Daddy, I can't find Mr. Whiskers. Her stuffed cat, named after Alexander's late wife. We'll find him, Princess. Can Miss Cat help? Please. They searched Ruby's room together. Painted lavender, full of books. Photos everywhere of a beautiful black woman holding baby Ruby. Melissa Hayes, Alexander's late wife. Dead 4 years from a car accident. Your wife was beautiful, Catherine said softly. She was, inside and out. Ruby doesn't remember her well. She was only 3. They found Mr. Whiskers behind the dresser. Ruby hugged the toy, then hugged Catherine. Thank you, Miss Cat. You're magic. After tucking Ruby in, Alexander and Catherine talked on the back patio. Why did you really bring me home? Catherine asked. Most people would have given me $20 and left. Alexander was quiet. 7 years ago, after Melissa died, I almost lost everything. Depression nearly destroyed me. I stopped caring about my company, barely functioned. My sister forced me to accept help. Therapy, medication, support. She said, Pride will kill you. Accept help. So Kat, I understand crisis. And I can help. That's reason enough. People will talk. Rich man brings home homeless woman. They'll assume things. People always talk. When I married Melissa, who was black while I'm white, people had opinions. When my company succeeded, people said I got lucky. I stopped caring about opinions. I care about what's right. What if I'm not who you think I am? Then we deal with it. But Kat, I'm a good judge of character. Stay. Take the job if you want. Take the room while you stabilize. Deal? Catherine looked at this man. Successful, kind, offering her back her dignity. 1 month. I'll work on your project, save money, find my own place. 1 month, Alexander agreed, knowing she was lying to herself. The first week was adjustment. Catherine worked from Alexander's home office, reviewing prosthetic designs and providing medical insights. Her suggestions were invaluable. This joint angle will cause tissue damage long-term, she noted. And this material, patients will get rashes. Kat, you're brilliant, said Jennifer Park, Alexander's chief engineer, during a video call. We need you full-time. I'd love that, Catherine said, surprised by how much she meant it. But work was only part of life at the Hayes house. Ruby had adopted Catherine completely. Daddy, can Miss Kat come to my dance recital? Sweetheart, that's in 3 weeks. Kat might have plans. I'd love to come, Catherine said before she could stop herself. See, Daddy? Miss Kat wants to come. Because she loves us. After Ruby went to bed, Alexander and Catherine talked in the living room. She's getting attached, Catherine said quietly. Maybe too attached. I know. I've tried explaining you're temporary. Have you? Because Alexander, neither of us has been honest. I should be apartment hunting. Instead, I'm helping with homework and attending dance recitals. We're crossing lines. Alexander set down his wine glass. You're right. I've been avoiding this conversation. So let's have it. What are we doing? Honestly, I don't know. Kat, you fit here. Ruby adores you. He paused. I like having you here. I like our conversations. I like how you make this house feel alive again. Catherine's breath caught. Alexander, I live in your house. Work for your company. The power dynamics alone are completely inappropriate. I know, which is why I haven't acted on what I feel. But you asked for honesty. I'm attracted to you. I respect you. I want to know you better. But I won't act on it. I'm just admitting it exists. I care about you too, Catherine whispered. And Ruby. But you're right, the power dynamics make this impossible right now. So we maintain boundaries. Professional distance. Professional distance, Catherine agreed. They couldn't maintain it. Over the following weeks, every interaction crackled with unspoken attraction, accidental touches, lingering glances, shared laughter over Ruby's antics. The test came when Alexander's family visited for Christmas. His sister Diana, 35 and a family law attorney, was immediately suspicious. So you're the homeless woman my brother brought home, Diana said bluntly. Living in his house, working for his company. Convenient. Diana, Alexander's father, Robert, chided. Mind your manners. I'm being protective. Alex has a pattern rescuing people. I worry he confuses compassion with compatibility. I'm standing right here, Catherine said evenly. And you're right to be protective. But I'm not using your brother. He offered help when I had nothing. I'm working to earn my place. By taking his job, his home, and apparently his heart. Alex, can we talk privately? In Alexander's study, Diana didn't hold back. Are you sleeping with her? That's none of your business. It is. Alex, you're a white millionaire with a daughter. This woman was homeless. One accusation and you lose everything. Ruby, your company, everything. Kat isn't like that. You don't know what she's like. 6 weeks isn't long enough. And Ruby's calling her Miss Kat, like she's permanent. What happens when this ends? What if it doesn't end? Alex, be realistic. She's vulnerable, dependent on you. How can you know her feelings are real? I can't. But I can't live in fear either. Christmas dinner was tense. Diana's skepticism hung heavy, though Ruby's joy at having family together lightened things. After dinner, Robert pulled Catherine aside. My daughter means well. She's protective. But let me tell you, I've watched my son since his wife died. He's been surviving, not living. Until I see life in his eyes again. Mr. Hayes, I don't want to hurt him or Ruby. Then don't. But also don't let fear prevent something real. The complications intensified when Thomas Brennan, Hayes Medical's main competitor, confronted them at a medical conference. Alexander Hayes's new consultant, Thomas sneered. Tell me, how exactly did you land such a cushy position? Talent, Catherine said coldly. Or proximity. I hear you're living with Hayes. Very convenient. Does his late wife's family know he's moved a homeless woman into their granddaughter's home? That's enough, Alexander said, his voice dangerous. Kat's living situation is none of your concern. It's everyone's concern when it affects business credibility. Sleeping with employees, Alex, you're better than this. Watch yourself. Kat is my employee and someone I respect. Your insinuations are offensive and incorrect. In the car afterward, Catherine was shaking. He's right. People think I slept my way into this job. People always have opinions. I stopped caring years ago. Easy for you to say. Your reputation survives gossip. Mine doesn't. Maybe I should move out. Find a different job. Run away? That's your solution. It's self-preservation. If you truly want to leave, I won't stop you. But don't leave because of Thomas Brennan. Don't give him that power. But privately was becoming impossible with Ruby in the middle. The girl had started telling classmates, Miss Kat lives with us now. Her teacher requested a meeting. Mr. Hayes, Ruby's been talking about a new woman in the house. I need to clarify the situation. Catherine is our house guest and my employee. She's temporarily staying with us. It's not romantic. Ruby seems to think otherwise. She drew a family portrait, you, her, and Catherine. No mention of her late mother. I'm concerned about her attachment to someone temporary. That evening, Alexander had the hard conversation with Ruby. Princess, we need to talk about Miss Kat. I love Miss Kat. She's the best. I know. But sweetheart, Kat is getting her own apartment soon. She won't live here forever. Why not? There's room. Because adults need their own space. Tears welled up. But Daddy, I don't want her to leave. She makes you smile again. Real smiles. Not pretend ones like after Mommy died. Alexander's heart broke. What do you mean? You smile for me, but they're sad smiles. With Miss Kat, they're happy smiles. Please don't make her leave. I want Miss Kat to be my new mommy. The words hung in the air. Innocent, devastating, complicated. The crisis came from Catherine's younger brother, Benjamin. At 28, he'd beaten cancer but struggled with addiction to pain medications. He showed up at the mansion demanding money. "Kat, I need help. Just $500 for rent." "Ben, you're supposed to be in recovery housing." "It wasn't working. I left. But I have a job interview. I just need money for deposits." "No, Ben. Every time I give you money, it goes to pills. I'm clean now. Don't you believe in me?" "I want to, but I can't enable this." "Enable? I'm your brother. Our parents are dead. You're all I have." He saw Alexander in the doorway. "Of course. Rich boyfriend. You always wanted to climb social ladders." "Ben, leave now," Catherine said firmly. "Not without money." Alexander intervened. "You heard her. Leave peacefully or I call the police." "Police? Perfect. Rich white guy calling cops on a struggling addict. That'll look great." "I don't care how it looks. You're threatening your sister. Leave." After Ben left, Catherine collapsed in tears. "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry you saw that. You have nothing to apologize for. Family addiction is hell. It's not your fault." "He's right though. I chose this comfortable life over helping him. You chose survival. There's a difference. Kat, you can't set yourself on fire to keep others warm." That night, Ruby woke from a nightmare. Both Alexander and Catherine ended up comforting her together. "This is dangerous," Catherine whispered as Ruby fell asleep between them. "We look like a family." "Why not?" Alexander asked. "Kat, what if we stopped fighting this?" "Fighting what?" "Alexander, I live in your house, work for your company, care for your daughter. If this goes wrong, what if it goes right?" "Kat, I'm falling for you. Actually, I've already fallen. Watching you read bedtime stories, seeing you bring life back to this house. I fell completely, and I'm terrified, but I can't not tell you. I love you." Catherine's tears fell freely. "That's not fair. You can't say that now." "When should I say it?" "When you've moved out and we're pretending to be colleagues. When Ruby's heartbroken." "Kat, I love you." "What do you feel?" "Terrified. Overwhelmed. And yes, I love you too. But Alexander, loving you is complicated. Love is always complicated. We just choose if it's worth it." They kissed then, tentative at first, then deeper. Months of denied feelings pouring into that moment. "We can't do this in Ruby's room," Catherine whispered. "You're right. But Kat, we can do this. We can figure this out together." "Yes. God help us, yes." Dating while living and working together was exactly as complicated as expected. But they tried separate bedrooms, professional distance at work. Ruby noticed immediately. "Daddy kissed Miss Cat. Does that mean she's staying forever?" "It means we're figuring things out. But yes, Cat's staying." "Good. I want Miss Cat to be my mommy." The real challenge came from outside observers. Thomas Brennan spread rumors. Colleagues questioned propriety. Even well-meaning friends expressed concern. "Alex, dating your employee who lives in your house. It's messy," his attorney warned. "If this ends badly, she could sue." "It won't end badly. You don't know that. Have her sign something. At minimum, she should move out." Catherine did find an apartment, moving in after 2 months. But it felt wrong. Too quiet, too lonely, too far from Ruby and Alexander. She spent most nights back at the mansion. "This is ridiculous." Diana observed during family dinner. You have an apartment you don't use. Why not just move back in officially? Because people judge. People always judge. But Kat, I need to know. Are you serious about my brother? 6 months ago I was homeless. Your brother gave me everything. But I'm not with him out of gratitude. I'm with him because he's remarkable. Because watching him with Ruby reminds me what love looks like. Because I've fallen completely in love with him. Diana studied her, then nodded. That's all I needed to hear. Welcome to the family, Kat. Call me Diana. We're family now. Catherine cried. The acceptance she'd craved, finally given. 1 year after finding Catherine on that bench, Alexander proposed. At home, privately, with Ruby. Miss Kat, Daddy has a question. Ruby announced, bouncing with excitement. Alexander knelt with a ring. Catherine Ashford, you brought warmth and joy back to our lives. You've loved my daughter like she's yours. You've built a career you're proud of. Will you make it official? Will you marry me? We asked Mommy Melissa first, Ruby interjected. Daddy took me to the cemetery and I told her about you. I felt warm inside, so I think she said yes. Catherine was sobbing. You asked Melissa? In a way. Ruby's right. I'll always love Melissa. She's Ruby's mother, my first love. But Kat, there's room for you too. Different love, not replacement. Can you accept that? Yes, absolutely yes. Alexander, I love you. I love Ruby. I'd be honored. They married 3 months later. Small ceremony, close family. Robert walked Catherine down the aisle. Ruby was flower girl. Diana gave a toast acknowledging her initial skepticism. I thought Kat was too risky. I was wrong. She's exactly what my brother needed. Alex and Kat, you've shown us that love transcends circumstance. Pastor Williams performed the ceremony, his words capturing everything. Love doesn't ask permission, doesn't check backgrounds or bank accounts. Love sees need and responds. Alexander saw Catherine when she was invisible. Catherine saw Alexander's heart beneath success. Together, they've built something beautiful. Years later, they'd tell their story. About the homeless woman on a bench. About a little girl's innocent question. About a man who chose compassion. Why did you really bring her home? People would ask. Because my daughter asked. Because it was right. Because we're supposed to help each other. Kat needed help. I could provide it. Everything after, the love, the family, that was bonus. But it started with simple human decency. Did you know you'd fall in love? No. I thought I was helping a stranger for one night. Turned out I was inviting home my future wife. Best decision I ever made. Catherine would add. I was homeless, hopeless, invisible. Alexander saw me, not my poverty, but me. That's what love should be. Seeing someone truly and choosing them anyway. What about Ruby? How did she adjust? I'm just Mom, Catherine would explain. We don't qualify it. Ruby knows about Melissa. We keep her memory alive. But I'm the mom who's here. That's what matters. Their story became legend. The millionaire and the homeless woman, proof that compassion changes lives. I helped Catherine, Alexander would say. But honestly, she saved me too. From loneliness, from just going through motions. She brought joy back. And Catherine would smile and repeat Ruby's words from that first morning. Daddy, why is she sleeping here? And Alexander answered honestly. Because she needed help and we could provide it. Ruby understood immediately. Kids understand compassion instinctively. We're the ones who complicate it. From a December bench to a family. That was their story. Built on a child's innocent question, sustained by a father's compassion, proven through commitment despite every obstacle. Would you do it again? Someone once asked Alexander. Every single time. Because Cat is my home. Ruby's mother. My partner in everything. The complications made us stronger. Every challenge proved our love was real. So yes, I'd do it again. I'd always choose her. I'd always bring her home. And Catherine would add, that's what love is. Choosing someone despite complications. Seeing past circumstance to soul. Alexander did that for me. Now I do it for him daily. We're not perfect, but we're perfect for each other. And it started with one man's decision to help a stranger because his daughter asked. Sometimes the biggest love stories start with the smallest acts of kindness. This story reminds us that compassion costs nothing but means everything. That seeing someone's humanity is the first step to changing their life. That love doesn't ask about bank accounts or circumstances. It simply asks, how can I help? In a world that often walks past suffering, be the person who stops. Be the person who sees. Be the person who helps. Because somewhere, on a cold bench, someone is waiting for their miracle. And that miracle might just be you.